How y'all doing? Good evening. Hope y'all doing well out there. On my way home from work, and of course, um, there's only one lane open at the Holland Tunnel. As you're entering the Holland Tunnel, wow, I think this did this just turn into like traffic news. But listen, man, make subscribe, like, and share the channel. Share this video. Um, it's your boy Monty, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, um, just want to start off by thanking everyone who's been subscribing and telling their friends and family about the channel. And watching the content, putting comments in the content, um, uh, sharing the content. Respecting the platform. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I'm in traffic right now. The Holland Tunnel only has one lane open. So as you're entering the Holland Tunnel from across, I want to say Broome Street, it's like traffic. It's like cars are just all merging into the same place, and it just sucks. Like, this threw my travel back about a good 15. This is throwing my travel back about a good 15, 20 minutes. Like, it sucks. I mean, the good part is that, once you do get in the Holland Tunnel, you're straight. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Got the whole toupee going and stuff, man. Like, what are you doing, bro? But yeah, so I said, you know what? Why not stream? Why not stream while I am waiting in this traffic to move how it needs to move? Reach out to some of my peoples, see how y'all doing, give y'all some motivation if y'all at work doing an overnight shift, or if you're at work about to get off or whatever. And y'all can give me some motivation too as I'm sitting in this traffic, just trying to get to the Holland Tunnel, get through the Holland Tunnel. Um, but yeah, man, out of all the money that the city makes off of tolls and this and that and giving people tickets and everything like that, how come like we always fall short when it comes to transportation? Like, that's traveling. What's good, my people? How y'all doing? Y'all are just dropping in like flies. I'm loving this. Can you play a song for me? No, this is not the radio station. Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like, share, and just hit the notification button. Yes, yes, yes. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Oh God forgive me. I did not mean to laugh. There was no laugh intended by that. Um, the reason why I did that was because, yes, yes, Central Charge of Robotics. What's up? What's up? I do all type of content. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. I grew up watching him as a youngster. Um, he was a awesome wrestler, awesome actor. Moreover, you know, I didn't hear him. I never heard none of his racist remarks that people talk about. You know, moreover, I do. People are saying that he was, made racist remarks towards black people and things of that nature. So, may he rest in peace. He was an awesome wrestler, awesome brand. Yes, he made the sport fun to watch. He made wrestling fun to watch. You understand what I'm saying? Like, between him, Ric Flair, Andre the Giant, all of those guys, they made wrestling fun to watch, and I appreciate them. They kept me out of trouble as a youngster. But yeah, so yeah, I'm a little bit closer towards the Holland Tunnel. The city needs to do better, man. The city needs to do better. And shout out to the Soho 54, nice hotel downtown, doing big things down here. Yeah. All of them R.I.P. Man. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Rick. I don't know if Ric Flair is Ric Flair still alive, y'all. Let me know if Ric Flair's still alive. I'm not sure if he's alive. He was the homie. That was the guy. I saw the Ric Flair. I feel like I saw the Ric Flair movie, or a movie that was based around his life. But yeah, man, we got to do better with this traffic. No, I have PS5, and I want to start playing it more. Maybe I'll play it when Hey, how you doing, Mr. Bread? How's everything going, sir? Maybe I'll start playing it on my vacation, when I have my time off and all of that. Um, but yeah, the channel's growing. I just want you guys to just be to just be more what's the word I'm looking for? Just continue to be you. Continue to be you. Come to the channel whenever you feel like it. Come watch the content whenever you feel like it. I want everything on my channel to be organic, nothing brought, nothing, no type of scams, none of that, none of it, you know. And I also just want New York City traffic to be, the city streets to be better. Like, why? And also hip hop. Hip hop is changing, rap is changing. It's not like it used to be. It's not a competitive sport like it used to be. Shout out, with the exception, shout out to Gibbs, Freddie Gibbs. I hear he just dropped a project. Shout out to Clips, they just dropped a project. Who else? Who else just dropped a project? I'm gonna have to start liking some of these artists that my kids like, man. Like Tyler the Creator, and start going to some of his shows, man, because I want to expand my the genre of music that I listen to when it comes to hip hop, or just music in general. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I just got off of work. One more double to do tomorrow, and that will be 4 doubles back to back. 4 doubles back to back. I'm actually off tomorrow, but I'm coming in for overtime. You know what I'm saying? Just doubling up. You know what I'm saying? I got a vacation coming up in August, so I just want to make sure that I'm straight and that I go and have a good time. You know what I mean? Like that's important. Make sure you guys travel. Make sure you guys enjoy life. Stay healthy. Try to eat healthy too. You gotta eat healthy these days. Try not to eat out as much. I know it's tempting. I know it's hard. Sometimes you don't want to cook. Too tired to cook. You ain't got enough energy. It's more about being tough. It's not about expressing yourself anymore. Rap is way different. Yeah, man. Rap. Yeah, it's that whole. Rap was always about being tough, though. Everybody. Onyx and Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I'm saying? But they express themselves also. Like, even though Onyx and all of them wanted to be the tough guys, they expressed themselves through music. They like it was almost a sin to bite off another artist or to sound like another artist. You know, you had to have your own flow. You had to have your own style. And even if you did sound like somebody else, you had to be really good at what you did. It couldn't be a clone of someone else. Like you did, you was good at it. You was good at it. But yeah, hip hop was always about who's tough. It was always about who's tough. But you know, these guys had flow. The only guys who wasn't trying to be tough was guys like what's the name of this group called? The one Q-Tip was in. It's late. Jesus. Leaders of the New School was Busta Rhymes. I forget the group. I don't know how I'm forgetting this group's name, but the group that Q-Tip was in, uh, they were like the smooth cats or whatever. Remember Tupac, even the group he was in, they wasn't trying to be tough guys. They was more on like just trying to hang with the ladies, be with the ladies in pools and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, man, music has definitely changed. Hip hop is not the same. Um, you know, People are not really making money off recording music. That's the thing. The money is being made. The money is being made off of touring. I'm talking about people trying to be tough and talking about killing people. It's not as easy as it was because there is way more Yeah, like yeah, okay, I agree with you on that. Like every time you look up these, but these are called like the drill rappers and these YN rappers. Like I, I will never get that. Like them dudes, they just I don't know if they need attention, guidance. I don't know what it is they need, but the type of music that they're putting out is just no good. It's just no good. It's bad for the culture. It's bad for kids that are listening to it because they want to mock it and they want to talk like it, with these slurs and stuff like that. It's not good. It's not good. You know, um, that's why people like Jim Jones. Jim Jones is he talks how he talks because he keeps himself relevant. When it comes to this music stuff. What I mean? He keeps himself relevant in the industry. Some of his music is good. I don't listen to his music like I used to back, when he first came out. But he's definitely an artist who tries to remain relevant and building the culture, taking the culture to the next level. you know. So shout out to Jim Jones. Shout out to Harlem. You know, I was born in the Bronx, but raised in Harlem. I'm looking forward to going to this barbecue that we had that one of my boys from Harlem is having on Saturday. I'll probably go live from there briefly, let you guys see what type of a situation it is, you know. But yeah, it's the music industry, has changed. The music industry has definitely changed. People, it changed since streaming started. Once streaming started, that's when it changed. You know, I remember this kid that was funny. He was really good. Now he's throwing up gang signs, acting tough, threatening every. Yeah, like that's where hip hop is going right now. It's all of this gang stuff, and the sad part about it is that it's these corporations that are investing and backing these artists who are doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that it's not good. The narrative that it's creating, the agenda that's being put out there, it's not uh, the purpose of it is not. We're not benefiting from it. Our culture is not benefiting from it. Our youth is not benefiting from it. So you got to blame the corporations too. Like, why was Takashi 69 ever um, backed by a corporation, by a record label? Why? Why was any drill rapper um, backed by a corporation? Like, hip hop is different from the movies. I hate when people try to compare hip hop to, oh, it's just like the movies. You have people who act. No, hip hop is different. Music is different. You don't go to sleep with a movie playing in your ears. You understand what I'm saying? You can watch Scarface 1,000 times, but you're not going to sleep with the movie Scarface playing in your ears. But you can go to sleep with music playing in your ears. You can wake up with music playing in your ears. And if you're hearing that music repetitiously, time after time after time again, you're going to do that stuff. It's not good for them to be like that he was a kid. It's not cool. Yeah, like that happened to me, when Biggie first dropped his album, Rest in Peace, B.I.G. When he dropped that first album, Ready to Die, man, I was in the 8th grade. I was listening to that album religiously. I was going to school with brothers who had Tech Nines, like like just doing the most, man, doing the most. You know what I'm saying? And like I saw myself going down the wrong road, and I was like, yo, and I was always listening to that album. You know, Ready to Die. You know what I'm saying? Him robbing people and doing this and robbing, sticking up trains and stuff. You know, and I took that CD, I cracked it, and I threw it in the garbage because for me, I knew it wasn't for me. You know, I saw myself going down the wrong road, and because I was listening to it repetitiously, like day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like the access that you have to music. Hola, what's up? Hey, what's up? What's up, Jackson? What's going on, sis? It was great seeing you today. So the access that you have to music is different than the access that you have to movies. That's why the type of effect that music has on you is different than the effect that movies have on you. All right, so we can't compare. We can't say, oh, rappers are just like actors. It's totally different because the impact is at a much higher level than movies. You understand what I'm saying? So these corporations, when they invest in these rappers who promote killing and dancing over graves and all this other kind of stuff, like that's them trying to lead our minorities, and I don't like calling us minorities, but the black and brown community in the wrong direction because they know these kids are gonna listen to it. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, hip hop, you know, is going through it's almost like a depression. It's almost like a depression. I also see kids vaping and drinking and speed running life, nor should they do both, but they need to do what? So see kids vaping and drinking and speed running life. Yeah. You know what it is, man? These kids are not making it. I remember back in the days, you know, brothers was like, yo, I want to make it past 24. I think I was 25. I think it was 25. So I want to make it past 25. These kids are not even making it past 16, 17, 15 years old. These kids is getting killed early, man. Early. They out here with these Pooh Shiesty masks. You know what I'm saying? Can't even see their face. Don't want to show their face. Like, bruh, like the COVID is over. Pandemic is over. Why y'all walking around with masks on, man? Like, niggas, you should want to show your face. You know what I'm saying? You see a pretty girl. See, these kids don't care. These kids don't care about girls. These kids don't care about family, wanting to have kids. These kids don't care about that no more, man. Yes, they just want to go viral. Viral is the only thing they want to do. They want to go viral. And if it means them riding on top of trains, subway surfing, or freaking dancing on somebody's grave, or whatever, showing guns, or digging up somebody's body from the grave, that's all they're gonna do. And it's sad. It's sad. The devil is really busy. The devil is really busy, and he has these youth. He has a lot of the youth, and I'm not gonna say the youth. He has a lot of the youth in the chokehold, and it's sad. And it's sad. You know what I mean? For real. That's why on the low, man. Like as grown men, as men, we gotta watch where we go, where we spend our money, where we spend our time. This person's gonna really run a red light. We gotta watch where we go and spend our time and money, you know, because we are, what's the term? You are who you roll with. You are what your company is, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? If you go to a location and it's a whole bunch of people doing things, or just the demographic or whatever, it doesn't fit your nature, then you have become a part of it. You have become a part of it. And in order to recognize that, you know, it takes growth. It takes growth to recognize that. You know what I mean? But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If Ever Nations, I feel like you have subscribed already. You subscribed. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and show some love. We're on a late night flow. I'll most likely be going live again tomorrow morning on my way in. I love the vibe that we have in the morning time. It's very authentic, very you know, a lot of time, because you know in the morning, you know, that's when your brain is refreshed. Everything is refreshed. You have new thoughts. You know, you're tackling the day, whatever day it is. You know, so I don't know, that's how I feel in the mornings. You know, when I want to go live. You know, on my way in or whatever. But yeah, man. Listen, you know, we have a weekend coming up. I want you guys to. It's because of hate. I see kids I hang out with. How old are you, Ever Nations? It's because of hate. I see kids I hang out with. The weird kids. They the ones that vape. Oh my God, they the ones that vape and get abused. And they get, oh, you're 12. Wow, I didn't know. Wow, 12-year-old. Interesting. So kids are vaping at 12 years old. It's crazy. Kids smoking, vaping at, but no, you know what? I get it. Actually, one time, my kid's mother, I think one of my daughters had ordered a vape. And this had to be when they was about 12 or 13 or something, like maybe 14. I forget. They wasn't 18 though, because one of them is 20 now. They was definitely below 18. And you know, when she caught it or whatever, when she saw it in the mail in Amazon, you know, I had to talk with my daughter, with one of my daughters or whatever. So, you know what it is though? It's easy accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like these vapes are easily accessible. Like back in the days, you know what I'm saying, when we was coming up, you know, you had to go to the store and buy a cigarette, you know? But now you can have that stuff mailed to your house. You can probably go online and order cigarettes for all I know. You know what I'm saying? And have it mailed to your house or whatever the case is. Off Instacart or something like that. But yeah, man, you got to stay away from the negative activity, man. You know, a lot of kids don't get enough attention at home. I hope you're getting attention that you need at home. Little bro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they get abused. Yeah, so you know, you get abused, you know, getting abused by your parents or whoever it is just a sad story. You know, no child deserves to get abused by their parent or anyone. You know, children are not perfect. They're, you know, especially at your age, you're still learning. You're still learning how to find yourself. You're still learning how to, you know, be obedient. You know, still learning a lot of different things. And, you know, especially when you're 12, you know, you're going through that puberty stage and stuff. So, yeah, man, you know what? Try to be the leader. Be a leader for your friends, man. Be a leader and try to stay away from the negativity, you know, and that should work out for you, man. For real. You know? But, wow, you got you on here. There's another young brother who watches the page. I feel like his name is why did I forget this kid's name? I'm not popular at school and I get bullied for hanging out with them, but I'm done with it. Wow. Yeah, man. Bullying is not good, man. If they're bullying you, you need to tell your parents. You need to tell someone at your school, because bullying is unacceptable, you know, and I don't think you should feel like it should be acceptable. Okay? So they need to be reported, because bullying, you know, now that you have kids that are bullied, that are being bullied, now they don't want to come to school to learn. You come to school to learn. How can you come to school? How could you want to come to school and you're getting bullied? You're afraid to come to school now. Now, how you gonna learn? How you gonna pass your classes? How you gonna graduate if you're being bullied? So report them. Report them. Tell your parents. I remember, man, this little boy, my daughter, when my youngest daughter, she was probably in like the 6th grade or something. This little boy called my daughter a B. Man, I was at my I was at my daughter's school so quick. Man, shoot. And I wanted the father to come. I was like, yo, I want to meet this guy so bad. Like I want to look this man in the face and see what he tells his son. Yeah, like I was just that guy. I was just that guy, and I'm still that guy, you know. And the kid's mother showed up. You know, the kid's mother showed up, and you know, we spoke about it, whatever the case is, and then, you know, it went away or whatever. But then I actually saw the kid on a trip. I went on a school trip with my daughter, and I saw the kid, and this kid was little. He was smaller than my daughter. This kid was like, my daughter was damn near 2 times bigger than me. My daughter wasn't like, it ain't like she was overweight or like that. But she was 2 times, like this kid was like a little midget kid. And I was like, oh, come to find out he liked her. He liked her. This is what it was. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's a very thin line, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look yourself in the mirror too, young blood. You know what I'm saying? Say to yourself, how are you carrying yourself with self-respect? You know what I'm saying? Are you like, you know what I'm saying? Like start, you know what I mean? Like walk with dignity, man. Walk with your chest up. You feel me? Like don't ever feel like you need to have a friend to be cool. You know what I'm saying? The most coolest people, let me tell you something, B. The most coolest people that was in high school or when I was coming up, was the people that was rolling by themselves, yo. You wrote when I went to new schools, you know what I'm saying? When I left the choir at the 8th grade and I went into a new school or whatever, I walked in that school like I ain't know nobody, but they knew me. Do you understand what I'm saying? They knew me. So I was like, oh snap, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? I didn't go in there with the intention like, oh, I gotta make friends, oh, I gotta hope I'm cool with somebody, or this, that, and the third, or whatever the case is. I just wanted to make sure I was fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's how I was. You know what I mean? I just wanted to make sure I was fly, I was fresh when I got there. You know what I'm saying? See some, you know, pretty ladies, pretty young girls, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, but a lot of that comes from me having brothers. I have 3 brothers. 3 brothers. My father was always home with us. You know what I mean? So I didn't feel like I needed to be around people I knew like that, or I had to make friends. Like, that was never a thing for me. Like I always attracted people to me, you know, with my energy. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you have to lead with, man. You gotta lead with the energy. Like, yo, I don't care if you like me or love me. I don't care. Because I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to do what I do. I'm going to still come here and get good grades and graduate and make my parents happy, make my family happy. You know what I mean? All right, thanks for subscribing, son. Appreciate you. People at school are attention seekers. They don't stop whatever happens. They have to learn a different way. Listen, it's funny you say that. My 17-year-old daughter, and this is why I do what I do. I had a conversation with my 17-year-old daughter the other day. We was out on a salad date, you know what I mean? Eating some salad at Sweet Greens. Shout out to Sweet Greens, the best salad restaurant in the freaking nation. So I asked her this question, the same thing I'm telling you about. I said London, because my daughter, she's developing, body's developing. You know what I'm saying? Her mind is developing, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know, sometimes kids, you know, they'll act one way in front of you, but when they're not with you, they act a totally different way. Because when I was coming up, I could not understand how some of these young ladies was acting in the street. So I said, London, I said, are you handling yourself with respect when you outside? Or just are you handling yourself with respect? Do you carry yourself with respect? She was like, yeah, Dad, yes, yes. She was like, you know, I see some young ladies that don't, you know. I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, they're very loud and disrespectful, da da da. So what Lisa Hughes just said, she said, and so we stopped talking about it, right? So now we're sitting down eating, and she was like, yeah, Dad, you know, I see a lot of girls, you know, it's like they look for attention. She was like, a lot of my peers, they always trying to get attention from people or whatever. So I said, well, listen, London. I said, well, that could be because their parents are not giving them no attention, or they're not getting no attention from their family. So that's why, that could be one of the reasons why people are always trying to, these kids, your peers, are always, they're not getting attention from home. They're not getting attention from people in their family. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody want to be outside, but nobody want to be inside giving attention to their children. You understand what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that, man. You know, if you feel your parents are not giving you enough attention, you tell your mother, you tell your father, man. You say, hey, listen, man, like, you know, Daddy, I love you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mom, you love you. Like, you know, can we do this today? Can we do that today? You know what I'm saying? Just start doing more stuff with them if you feel you're not getting enough attention. You know? And it's okay to feel like they're not giving you enough attention. Don't ever feel like you're a punk if you feel that way. Because every child deserves that. And don't you ever forget that. You feel me? And then, you know, you got my page, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always show you love, B. You know what I'm saying? You ask me a question, you let me know what's up. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on how I feel about things. Pretty soon I'm gonna have my daughters on my platform, you know, talking about different things that's going on in their world. You know what I'm saying? Because my daughters are, you know, I'm grateful to have two beautiful young ladies, young daughters, you know what I'm saying, who are young ladies who are smart, who are blessed, and who carry themselves with respect. You know, so I'm very much looking forward to having them on my platform, so you guys can, so, you know, people can see, like, hey, listen, like, you know, there is a next generation of females, of young ladies who are going to not depend on men, who don't care about this 50-50 thing and all this other kind of nonsense that's going on out here in the social media world. You understand what I'm saying? I'm raising my young queens to be independent. And when I mean independent, I mean being able to support yourself financially. So the only thing that you can look for from a man is companionship and a partner. That's it. You know, I am, or what I am. How can I word this? And I think a lot of parents, you know, depending on what your beliefs are, you know, moreover, what I will continuously work with them on is their spiritual, how they move spiritually, because you know, these days, you know, you can't force your kids to go to church, or force your kids we don't even go to church like we're supposed to as adults sometimes, you know, because we're so busy, we're working, we're doing this, we're doing that. You understand what I'm saying? You can watch service on TV, on YouTube. So, you know, I try to still, I instill different spiritual qualities in my children, so they can know that not to be simple-minded. You know, like, everything that glitters not gold. Like, actually getting to know someone, alignment. You know, you have to have alignment. You know, it's important. It's important. You know, alignment spiritually, alignment financially. Like, all these different things play a role. Play a major role. You feel me? So, yeah, man. So I will be having my kids on the platform real soon, having conversations with them. because they are the future. They are the future, and we want to raise our kids in a way where they could utilize their gifts and their talents to benefit them in the future, so they have other streams of income. I think that, you know, it's important that we educate our children. I complimented this guy, popular kid. He said he in the sports. Instead of saying thanks, he said, "Yeah, I know I am." Yeah, well, that's called conceited. That boy is conceited, and it's cool. You did your part. You showed him love. You said, "Yo, you know what I'm saying?" Da-da-da. Like, it's cool. He want to be conceited, let him be conceited. You know, just keep it moving. That's it. That's it. And watch who you give your energy to. Also, man, your energy is sacred, man. Your energy is precious. You feel me? Just don't go out giving your energy to people who don't deserve it. Like, did you feel like he deserved your energy, your attention? Yes, you got young blood. You gotta reevaluate yourself sometimes. You know what I mean? As men and women, we constantly reevaluate ourselves. You know, we gotta check ourselves sometime, B. You know what I mean? Always be a student. Don't never feel like you're not a student, because that's when you stop growing. I spoke about this the other day. He's the person that bullied my friend. Yeah, of course he's the bully. Of course he's the bully. But why are you trying to make peace with a bully? Forget him, because he's going to be in trouble soon. That same bully probably going to be locked up in 5 to 7 years or something like that. Let him be a bully. But you need to let your teachers know you need to let your parents know. You need to let them know what's going on. Word up. Word up. Wow, we moving on mentor time tonight. This is what Big Picture's about. Big Picture ain't always about, you know what I'm saying, you know, what we usually talk about. You know, I don't mind doing stuff like this. Right now, we moving on mentor time. You feel me? I guess we mentoring tonight. Yeah, man. Is this your first time on my channel, Young Blood? Let me know if this is your first time on my channel. Because if this is, then after I get off this live, if you still up tonight or tomorrow, you need to watch okay. So this is your first time on my channel. All right. So you need to go back and watch some more of my content. All right. Because I have some content on here that can really help you grow as a young man. You understand what I'm saying? Different family values. Okay, it's break. Yeah. So go back and when you watch some of the content, just don't watch it. Ask questions in the comments. Ask questions in the comments so I can answer them. You understand what I'm saying? If I feel I don't have the right answer for you, right? I have young brothers, you understand what I'm saying, that can answer those questions for you. You feel me? I have young brothers that follow my brands, you understand, and I can ask and say, yo, listen, I got this young blood right here. You need to know about this, you need to know about that. If it's a question about girls, you understand what I'm saying? In high school, whatever, I can ask my daughters, like, yo, how do you feel about this? Like, my brand is about bridging the gap. I don't care how old you are. You understand what I'm saying? My brand is about bridging the gap. So, yeah, you go ahead, you watch it, you ask questions, you comment, you do all those different things, man. Trust me. Trust me, man. You know, and it's gonna help you grow for sure. You know? But yeah, man, stop trying to make peace with people that don't want to make peace with themselves. You understand me? That kid who's bullying everybody, he's not at peace with himself. He's not happy who he is as a person. That's why he's dishing his anger out on you and your other friends. So don't try to make peace with somebody who can't have peace with themselves. How you expect him to have peace with you if he can't even make peace with himself? If he's not happy, you know? Can you ask them about why they ask, would you love me if I was a cat? What the hell? Come on, B. Come on. Can you ask them about why they ask, would you love me? So, did a girl ask you that? A girl asked you, would you love me if I was a caterpillar? Okay. Listen, man, you gotta stop playing these reindeer games, B. If that was a question, you gotta stop doing that, B. You gotta stop doing that. If anybody asks you a question like that, you know what I mean? You just gotta, lose my number, yo. At that point. You know what I mean? I just got, been in Jersey for the past couple minutes now, but I just touched down, like 10 minutes from my house. I think I'll probably make me a little turkey and cheese sandwich when I get in the crib, because I'm not going to the Jamaican restaurant. I'm tired. I don't feel like waiting on nobody's line for no jerk chicken or whatever, rice and peas. I don't feel like it, not tonight. Yeah, I could use a Popeyes piece of chicken or something. I know that. We got a Popeyes on the block for me. I don't know. I see this. I don't want to do it because if I eat that breast or that whatever, like, I'm gonna regret it in the morning. Like, why did I eat this crap? Why did I eat this crap? Okay, what'd you say? Hold up. I think I came with my boy hard. I'm serious. That's a genuine question. It's done now. I'm through. Yeah, exactly. You need to be through with anybody who asks you a question like that. Like what? Come on, B. You 12 years old. You about to be a teenager. You know what I'm saying? You about to be a teenager, man. Word up. But yeah, man. I want y'all to stay blessed out here. Summertime. We foot deep in the summer, knee deep in the summer, pretty much. Still rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. One of the best that ever did it. Cosby Show was one of the best. Cosby Show was probably the best sit down. I don't want to call it sit down comedy, but like the best sitcom ever. Like, what other sitcom was better than the Cosby Show? Like, that was the joint, B. What was better than the Cosby Show? What show was better than the Cosby Show? I think they used to come on every Thursday night. Every Thursday night, Cosby Show came on at 8 o'clock, and then at 8:30 was A Different World. Cosby Show was the joint, B. I don't care what nobody say. We loved watching Phylicia Rashad. We loved watching Bill Cosby because he was like the funniest man alive. Like the oldest daughter, I forget her name. I want to say Lisa. Why do I keep saying Lisa Lopez? Lisa Lopez was the girl from TLC, but I forget the girl's name. But she ended up marrying Lenny Kravitz. You know what I'm saying? She was the bomb. Hold up. She wasn't the oldest daughter in the freaking Cosby Show. They had 3 daughters. They had a daughter older than her. Wow. I'm gonna have to do a Cosby Show segment, maybe like Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna do a Cosby Show segment, maybe like Saturday or Sunday. We're gonna break down this whole Cosby Show thing because, yeah, Friends, wow, bull crap. Friends was not better than the Cosby Show. I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that. We not doing that, B. Friends was not a better sitcom than the Cosby Show. I'm sorry, B. I'm sorry. I'm not jacking that. I didn't even watch Friends. If you would have said Seinfeld, then we would have had a that's a conversation. Seinfeld was Seinfeld. Damn, I might have to take that back. So my best sitcoms were probably it's a battle between Seinfeld and the Cosby Show. I could never get Friends. I could never get that show Friends. I just couldn't. It's like Cheers. I couldn't get Cheers. I could never get Cheers. I could never get MASH. I don't know how people watch those shows. Now that I look back, wow, somebody had an accident. I can see how, because MASH was about the army and this and that. Cheers, and then I have another question. Cheers, how many sets did they have? Was that show only filmed in a bar? How did that work? But, yeah, I never liked Friends. I liked the actors that was in Friends. I loved the crap out of Jennifer Aniston. And even the other girl I was down with her, was it Matthew? Not Matthew McConaughey. Was that his name? Matthew something. Some decent actors. But nah, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? People are really crazy. How are you parking in a literally two-way street? Weird. Turn my headlight. I'm saying that because it was my teacher's. Oh, okay. Yeah. Good conversation, though. But yeah, listen, I'm about to jump off this joint. I think YouTube, they don't move the content whenever the lighting isn't the way it's supposed to be, and it's cool because each one, till you reach one, then the job is done. I'm glad I was able to reach you, my little brother. You're old enough to young enough to be my son. I'm glad I was able to reach you this evening and have this conversation with you, because young brothers and sisters, it takes a village to raise a child. And you need mentors. Young men, young sisters, young women, y'all all need mentors. I had a mentor as I was coming up. Shout out to my mentor, Dan DeSico. One of my mentors. I had a number of mentors. He was a big executive at Sony. So he was my mentor who got me a job and got my brother a job, and you understand what I'm saying? Good guy, white man, mentor for a young black kid from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to another mentor I had, Brother Van, from my church. Gave me my first job. So who I know to this day also. Or speak to this day. So, excuse me. Lord have mercy. Are they like doing construction on my block? Wow. What the hell is going on here? I might have to park in the driveway. This is weird. This is different. I might have to park in the driveway tonight. They got sand out here and everything. Yeah, so what am I looking at? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Oh, I'll see you. I'm going to sleep. So in the morning, I'll look into. Yes, get you some sleep, young brother. Get you some sleep. You know, stay blessed, stay highly favored, and yeah, I'm gonna just talk to y'all later. I'm about to find some parking because well, I might just park in the driveway. But yeah, get you some sleep and listen. God bless all of y'all, and most likely I'll see you in the morning. Peace.